and welcome back once again on PACIS TV. This is the time for the news in English. I am Benjamin Kwizera and I give you a warm welcome. These are the headlines. His Excellency President of the Republic of Rwanda, Paul Kagame, emphasized that Africa doesn't lack talents or good ideas, stating that sometimes it lacks people to implement its goals. In Kibeho, Christians who made pilgrimages at Kibeho expressed their gratitude because they say that whenever they go there, they receive answer to their prayers. Rwanda is hosting the second edition of AG Pact Forum, a meeting that brings together attorney generals, justice ministers, private sector representatives, and development partners from different countries across Africa. In international news, United States Secretary of State Marco Rubio meets His Holiness Pope Leo XIV to enhance strong and U.S. and Vatican ties amid tensions over Iran war. Welcome to our news in detail. His Excellency the President of the Republic of Rwanda, Paul Kagame, emphasized that Africa doesn't lack talents or good ideas, stating that sometimes it lacks people to implement its goals. The head of state said this during his visit in Gaborone, the capital city of Botswana. News in detail.
President Paul Kagame said that Africa does not lack talent or good ideas, but at different times it has lacked people to implement its goals. He emphasized that based on the governance models of Rwanda and Botswana, the two countries can help bridge the governance gap facing the continent. Africa is the continent with the largest amount of natural resources underground, especially minerals, yet it remains the poorest continent in the world. On several occasions, President Kagame has pointed out that Africa should unite its efforts so that what it needs is produced within its own countries, instead of exporting raw materials to industries on the other continents and then buying back finished products at high prices. While speaking at a dinner held at Royal Area in Botswana during a two-day working visit on May 6, 2026, President Kagame said that Rwanda and Botswana share a strong relationship, particularly in their common vision on governance. President Kagame said that he believes that sustainable development is achieved through purposeful governance, accountability, and focus on well-being of our citizens, then shared values reflected on broader vision of our continent. He added that young people across the continent need opportunities to improve their livelihood, and leadership plays a key role in this. He said young people in Kigali, Gaborone, and across continent need the same thing, equal opportunities to succeed and improve their lives. It is our responsibility as leaders to create systems that make this possible. President Kagame stressed that this is what both countries are striving for, and this is why such visits are important. On the first day of visit, Rwanda and Botswana signed cooperation agreements in various sectors, including agreements to avoid double taxation, visa exemption for citizens of both countries, as well as agreements in air transport, economy, trade, and investment. The Rwanda Development Board (RDB) also signed agreements with its counterparts in Botswana, with further engagement expected in the evening. On May 7, President Kagame is scheduled to visit Botswana Diamond Trading Company located in capital Gaborone.
Christians who made pilgrimages at Kibeho express their gratitude because they say that whenever they go there, they receive answer to their prayers. Father Jean-Marie Vianney Nizeyimana, spiritual director of Virgin Mary, Shrine of Virgin Mary, urged the Christians that whenever they are guided by faith and led by Holy Spirit, they will undoubtedly overcome Satan. News in detail. Christians who took part in pilgrimages to Our Lady of Kibeho Shrine say that whenever they come there, they receive answers to the intentions they present to the Virgin Mary. They are therefore encouraging those who have never visited the shrine to make the journey and experience the blessings for themselves. Scholastic Nyirabashumba, a Christian from Regina Pacis Parish in the Archdiocese of Kigali, testifies that every time she has made a pilgrimages to Kibeho at the Shrine of Mother of the World, from 1985 up to this year, 2026, none of intentions she entrusted to the Virgin Mary have gone unanswered.
Since 1985, I started coming here. I used to have problems of giving birth to premature babies. I came here and I pray. In 1985, I asked Mother Mary a baby. That time around, I gave a birth successfully. Until now, that baby is a very good and intelligent kid. Marie-Jeanne Akimana, one of the young people from Diocese of Butare, joining the testimony of this woman from the Archdiocese of Kigali, says that in the 8 times she had made a pilgrimage to Kibeho, there has never been a single occasion where she presented her intentions to the Virgin Mary and returned home empty-handed. I come here before Mother Mary whenever I have problems and stresses. That time I came here and I ask Mother Mary to relax. And that moment I get answers to my prayers. Back in the time when I was at school, I used to come here and ask Mother Mary to pass my exam. Them explained that because of the blessings and fruits they have received at Kibeho, they encourage others who have never been there to take the step and visit. They say they believe that the intentions people entrust to the Virgin Mary, they will not be disappointed. I would like to call upon people to have faith. Whenever you come here with faith, nothing God cannot do for you. Father Jean-Marie Vianney Nizeyimana, the spiritual director at the Shrine of the Virgin Mary in Kibeho, in a message addressed to Christians making pilgrimages and those who come to pray, urged them to remember that when they are guided by faith and led by Holy Spirit, they overcome Satan. In doing so, they receive answers to their prayers and intentions. Satan may challenge you, but whenever you are guided by faith, led by Holy Spirit, you get answers. We must pray all the time. And those who don't pray, you must pray. Those who don't believe, you must believe. Because there is no other wonderful place you can find in this world. Father Jean-Marie Vianney Nizeyimana also reminded the faithful that people who pray continually have a deep desire to seek God, and they are ones capable of bringing others closer to Him. He added that faith in the Lord alone can help them endure life's trials without losing hope.
Rwanda is hosting the second edition of AG Pact Forum, a meeting that brings together attorneys general, of justice ministers, private sector representatives, and development partners from different countries across Africa. News in detail.
Rwanda is hosting the second edition of the AG Pact Forum, a meeting that brings together attorneys general, justice ministers, private sector representatives, and development partners from several African countries. Co-organized by the Rwandan government and the World Bank Group, this forum focuses on the role of the public-private partnerships in financing sustainable development. According to participants, more than 600 million Africans still live without access to energy, a major barrier to economic development, education, and healthcare services. The forum notably supports the Mission 300 initiative led by the World Bank and the African Development Bank, which aims to connect 300 million people to electricity by 2030. Speaking at the opening of the event, Rwandan Minister of Justice and Attorney General Emmanuel Ugirashebuja stressed that Africa's transformation can no longer depend solely on public funding. In his view, public-private partnerships are an essential solution for attracting investment, expertise, and innovation. Discussions also highlighted the importance of creating strong legal frameworks to reassure investors. The CEO of the Rwanda Development Board, Zongi Africa, noted that Rwanda is relying on transparency, digitalization of services, and administrative simplification to strengthen its economic appeal. Another major issue is managing disputes between states and investors. Experts emphasized that the need of effective mediation and arbitration mechanisms to ensure long-term investment stability. Beyond technical discussions, the forum aims above all to strengthen cooperation between African governments and international partners at a time when the continent is seeking to accelerate its growth and infrastructure development. For Rwanda, this meeting once again confirms Kigali's positions as a regional platform for economic and legal dialogue in Africa.
From Kigali straight to Cyangugu, Christians devoted to St. Joseph say they follow his example of hard work, selflessness, obedience, and caring for others without discrimination. Father Daniel Inhakimana, who serves in Shangi Parish, explained that the Catholic Church sees St. Joseph as a model of a hard-working person who uses the little he has wisely and productively. These reflections were shared during the celebration of St. Joseph's Feast Day on the 1st of May, which is also an International Workers' Day. Choir members from Shangi Parish and Cyangugu Cathedral Parish in the Catholic Diocese of Cyangugu said they chose St. Joseph as their patron because he inspires them in their daily lives and in their mission of singing for God. Some choir members, including Nezimana Florier and Mukati for Adreye, said St. Joseph teaches them to work with dedication, obey God faithfully, and treat all children equally without favoritism. They believe these values helped them to strengthen their choir ministry and personal spiritual growth for them. St. Joseph is not only a protector, but also a guide toward holiness and commitment to everything they do. Father Daniel also reminded the Christians that the Catholic Church honors St. Joseph as the guardian of the Virgin Mary and Jesus and example for all workers. In sports, Paris Saint-Germain secured their Champions League ticket after knocking out Bayern Munich in the semi-finals of the UEFA Champions League. The President of the Republic of Rwanda, Paul Kagame, congratulated Paris Saint-Germain for reaching the final of the European competition for 2 years consecutively. News in detail.
Reactions in Rwanda. President Paul Kagame congratulated the French club in a message posted on social media. The head of state praised PSG's impressive run stage. Beyond sport, this matchup further boosts Rwanda's international visibility through its strategic partnerships with major European clubs.
That was our sports and news. Then after a short commercial break, we are coming back with international news.
Ugiye kutubwira impamvu zatumye hitamo kuza gusaba akazi hano?
Bwa mbere nza gusaba akazi hano nari nabitekerejeho mbabarire murakoze mu by'ukuri numvaga mfite ubushobozi ndetse n'ubushake.
So kutiteguye bihagije nuko utaryama neza. Gonda Farm, le paradis du matelas.
I wish I could leave my skin behind.
Icy'ingenzi ntabwo ari ukugira diplome ya kaminuza. Uyu munsi birahagije kuganira n'umuntu byonyine ukamenya ko yize muri kaminuza ibonetse yose cyangwa se ko yize muri kaminuza Gatolika y'u Rwanda, Catholic University of Rwanda, by'umwihariko mu ishami ryayo rya Kigali. Ubu abazi guhitamo neza batangiye kwiyandikisha muri Catholic University of Rwanda Kigali campus ikorera Nyamirambo. Abashaka kwiga mu mashami y'uburezi kwiyandikisha mu gihembwe kizatangira mu kwezi kwa gatatu, March intake, byaratangiye muri Postgraduate Diploma in Education PGDE. Aba biga muri weekend. Hatangwa kandi amasomo muri Department of Education in Sciences mu mashami ya Economics and Computer Science, Mathematics and Computer Science, Mathematics and Geography na Mathematics and Economics. Hari kandi Department of Education in Arts and Social Sciences mu mashami ya English and Kinyarwanda, English and French, French and Kinyarwanda, English and Kiswahili, Economics and Entrepreneurship, English and History, Economics and History na Economics and Geography. Uhitamo kwiga ku manywa cyangwa se mu biruhuko. Twakira kandi abanyeshuri bafite A1 muri education bakeneye gukomeza amasomo yabo ku rwego rwa A0. Iyandikisha unyuze kuri wa#CUR/AC/RAWA. Wanahamagara cyangwa ukandika ubutumwa kuri 07 83 18 86 26 cyangwa 07 33 21 46 78 cyangwa nanone 07 88 52 41 98. Wanandika email kuri curkigalikampus@gmail.com.
muri Gicurasi kuri Canal Plus wicikwa n'imikino y'indyankuriye aho umwami wa Premier League azambikwa ikamba, FA Cup igahamya ubukaka bwayo, uwegukana Ligue 1 ahangwa imboni, Bundesliga yo ikimaka, muri Liga mwaba muzi uzitwa igihangange cya Espagne. Naho ku ya 30 Gicurasi umunyabigozi andika amateka mu mukino wa nyuma wa UEFA Champions League. Kuko ugomba kubaho ibyiza bihora kugeza ku ya 31 Gicurasi. Gura abone musanzwe ugura wongereho ibihumbi 2 uhabwa amashani yose ya Canal Plus na DSTV English Plus. Gurira ku mucuruzi wemewe no kuri Mobile Money.
Bakerarugendo namwe bashyitsi mugenda mu karere ka Muhanga no mu tundi turere two mu ntara y'Amajyepfo n'intara y'Iburengerazuba, namwe mwese mukeneye serivisi za hoteli, ni muze nimugera mu mujyi wa Muhanga mukomeze gato, nimugera i Kabgayi murahasanga hoteli yiteguye kubakirana urugwiro. Iyo nta yindi ni Hotel Saint-Andre Kabgayi. Hotel Saint-Andre Kabgayi tugufitiye serivisi zitandukanye za bar na restaurant kandi zitanga ubuhanga n'icyubahiro ku mukiriya utugana. Tubafitiye kandi imikino itandukanye ifasha abatugana kuruhuka nka piscine wogera mukaruhuka mu mutwe, imyicungo igezweho abana bidagaduriramo bagataha banezerewe, tennis na table game bakunze kwita biyari, igisoro ndetse na volley ku mucanga bakunze kwita beach volley mukunda muri benshi nayo nitwayibagiwe. Ikindi nuko muri Hotel Saint-Andre Kabgayi twakira inama zitandukanye kuko tubafitiye ibyumba byiza by'inama utasanga ahandi, byaba bito ndetse n'ibishobora kwakira abantu benshi ariko by'akarusho tukaba tubafasha no gukora inama mukoresheje ikoranabuhanga mu gihe mutari kumwe mu cyumba. Kubifuza serivisi za catering, Hotel Saint-Andre Kabgayi amafunguro n'ibinyobwa tubibagerezaho ku gihe. Tubafitiye ibyumba byiza byagutse biri mu byiciro bitandukanye, harimo n'ibyo bakunze kwita suite mu ndimi z'amahanga, ndetse byose ukaba ubibona ku giciro cyiza. Muri make ugeze muri Hotel Saint-Andre Kabgayi ahora yifuza kugaruka kubera uburyo yakirana ubwuzu n'icyubahiro tutasanga ahandi, kuko serivisi tuzitanga kinyamwuga kandi zishingiye ku ndangagaciro za kizizi. Ku bindi bisobanuro waduhamagara kuri telefone ziri kuri ekara yawe cyangwa ukatwandikira unyuze ku mbuga nkoranyambaga zacu zitandukanye. Hotel Saint-Andre Kabgayi, imfura mu mahoteli mu gutanga serivisi nziza inoze kandi ku gihe.
Welcome to our international news tonight. Rubio Marco meets Pope Leon XIV to strengthen U.S. and Vatican ties amid tensions over Iran war. This is the first known meeting between the Pope and the Trump government official in nearly a year. Parole said the meeting was requested by U.S. and Leo would listen carefully to what Rubio had to say. Relations between Trump and Pope Leo have deteriorated sharply, driven by a barrage of public attacks from the U.S. leader after the pontiff became a vocal critic of the U.S. and Israel war on Iran, drawing backlash from Christian leaders across the political spectrum. U.S. Secretary of the State Marco Rubio's meeting with Pope at the Vatican shows strong relationship between the Holy See and the U.S. A State Department spokesperson says Leo, the first U.S.-born Pope, met the Rubio amid an atmosphere of tension between Washington and Vatican following U.S. President Donald Trump's repeated attacks on the Catholic leader over the Iran war, which is the pontiff has spoken against. State Department spokesman Tommy Pigott says that the meeting between Rubio and the Pope also underscored their shared commitment to promoting peace and human dignity. From Vatican to Australia, 3 women linked to Islamic State arrested in Australia on return from Syria. 3 women with links to jihadist Islamic State ISIS group have been arrested on returning home to Australia following years in detention in Syria. All Australian citizens, police said, arrested 2 of them, Kawal Abbas, 53, and Zainab Ahmed, 31, on arrival in Melbourne. Janai Safal, of 32 years old, was arrested after landing in Sydney. A 4th woman in the party, which included 9 children, was not arrested. The group are subject of heated political debate in Australia, with the government saying it would give them no help to return the children thought to be arrested. Australia is one of the number of countries grappling with now how to deal with the return of citizens and their children from Syria, so-called Islamic State corporate destroyed in 2019. Thank you very much for being with us tonight in our English news edition. But before we come to an end, let's go back to the top stories. His Excellency President of the Republic of Rwanda, Paul Kagame, emphasized that Africa doesn't lack talents or good ideas, stating that sometimes it lacks people to implement its goals. At Kibeho, Christians who made pilgrimages at Kibeho expressed their gratitude because they say that whenever they go there, they receive answer to their prayers. Rwanda is hosting the second edition of AG Pact Forum, a meeting that brings together attorneys general, justice ministers, private sector representatives, and development partners from different countries across Africa. In international news, the United States Secretary of State Marco Rubio meets with His Holiness Pope Leon XIV to enhance strong U.S. and Vatican ties amid tensions over Iran war. Thank you very much once again for choosing PACIS TV. I am Benjamin Kwizera, and good night.